Hello friends, welcome to the rest of week 9 of my NFL predictions. Going completely scriptless this time, so, it's going to be very all over the place, but we'll get over it. Starting with tonight's first game, the Texans travelling to Jacksonville to face the Jaguars. Both teams absolutely garbage, to be honest. I think that's about all I can really say on that one. Realistically, you would expect Deshaun Watson to have enough to beat the Jaguars on his own. And as such, I'm going to take the Texans by 8. Next up, we have the Giants going to the football team. Now, again, not much in the way of massively great records to be found here. Not much in the way of solid football, although Washington have been better than anticipated. Certainly better than they were last year anyway. I reckon purely based on their defensive strength, this is going to be a win for Washington, and I'm going to take the football team by 7. Now we're ditching the bad end of the league for a little while, and we've got the Colts against the Ravens. Now this is going to be a much better game. I reckon you can expect good things from Lamar Jackson in this one, because the Colts' defense haven't been fantastic. They've been okay enough to win games without ever really taking the league by storm. I think Phillip Rivers seems to be getting into form, but I don't know if he can keep it up beyond a couple of weeks at a time at his age. So all those things in mind, I'm going to take the Ravens by 10. And we're going to move into the Vikings against the Lions. Vikings have had a couple of decent weeks, actually. They've gone from 0-5 to 2-5. A big win against the Packers. So that's, a little bit of a strange one. But, the Lions lucked out against the Falcons, as we know. And their season is just going up, down, up, down, up, down. And I think they're in a down at the moment. And I reckon the Vikings are going to take this by 6. Next up, we have the Tennessee Titans taking on the Chicago Bears. Titans are in free fall, and the Bears are also in free fall. So, it's a good time for both of these teams to face each other. Both teams sitting with 5 wins. I think that's right. Titans have 6. This is why I have a script. Both teams sitting on 5 wins. Yeah, I was right. And Derrick Henry, again, this is quite similar to the Deshaun Watson argument from before. I think Derrick Henry could just take the game on his back and win it on his own for Tennessee. Tannehill has been serviceable this year on good games. And I think he's going to continue to be serviceable. And I think the Titans are going to win this by 10. We've got the Panthers travelling to face the Chiefs next. And good news for fantasy football fans and indeed probably football fans pretty much everywhere. Christian McCaffrey's back. He will be playing. He might be splitting time with Mike Davis for this week, according to reports. We'll see. I think that might just be a little bit of a throw-off tactic there, because the Panthers will need every edge they can get, to be honest. And I think having a healthy McCaffrey on the field is only a good thing for them. I don't think it'll be enough to beat the Chiefs. I have the Chiefs going through here by 12. The Bills against the Seahawks in Buffalo next. Now, I actually, before I came on here, I meant to do a little weather check in Buffalo. So let's literally just do that live right now. It is 18 degrees and sunny. That's good. I wasn't 100% sure. I'd heard mixed reports coming into this one. I thought there might be some pretty heavy rain, but it seems to have been pushed back a day or two there. So, good sign for, like myself, Russell Wilson owners in fantasy, and also Josh Allen owners in fantasy, like myself. I think we're in for a good game here. I think it'll be quite close until the third quarter, and I think the Seahawks are going to start pulling away. And I don't think the Bills will bring it back. I'm going to go with the Seahawks here by 13. And I'm going to move on to the Falcons against the Broncos. Now, the Falcons have been winning games. And, throwing them away, but also winning some. The Broncos, we don't talk about the Broncos, to be honest. Drew Lock, what can you say about Drew Lock? He has been absolute garbage for, 6.5 games this season? 7.5? I think it's 6.5. And just, fourth quarter, 21-point deficit. Why not throw 3 touchdowns? Might as well win the game while we're here. So, yeah. The narrative suggests Falcons take a lead, Broncos pull it back. That's what the narrative suggests. That's not what I'm going for this time. I'm going to take the Falcons here by 8. But who knows, really. Speaking of the Chargers, they are up next against the Raiders. We're into the evening games now. This is the 9:05 game for our time anyway. The Raiders, very up and down. Derek Carr's having a bit of a strange season. When he really needs to bring it, he's bringing it. When he doesn't, less said, the better. The Chargers, Justin Herbert, he played a good first half last week and then sort of just seemed to throw it away a little bit. I think I'm going to take the Raiders here. And this is the one I'm worried about. I could easily see the Chargers winning this. But based on current form, I'm going to go with the Raiders. And we're going to move into the Dolphins at the Cardinals. Now, Arizona Cardinals have been an absolute godsend for football fans this year. They've been playing great football. And they've been playing very surprising football. I had them as a sort of, 4-12 team going into the start of this year, even with Hopkins in the ranks. They're sitting at 5-2 at the moment, and it's good to see, actually. It's not good to come up against them when you're a Dolphins fan. But the way we've been playing recently, we have been putting together some really good performances on both sides of the ball. And I think that could well continue here. I'm going to take the Dolphins by 10. I'll wait. Closing out Sunday evening games, we have the Cowboys at home to the Steelers. The Cowboys, who knows what they're going to do this week. Not only, obviously, Dak is out for the season. Andy Dalton will not be playing. He's still in the concussion protocol. Ben DiNucci may or may not be playing. They have brought someone up from the practice squad. Whether he starts or not might be a little bit of a different question. We don't know as of yet, but it'll be fun to watch. And now, there's a little bit of salt to be rubbed into a wound, so we might as well. Zeke's nursing a hamstring injury, and the last I saw, he will play, but I don't think he'll be 100%. And as such, you have to back the Steelers here, and I am doing so by 23. Last game for Sunday night is an absolute massive one. It's a rematch from week 1. It's the Buccaneers at home to the Saints. Saints have been without Michael Thomas since about halfway through that game. They get him back tonight, just in time for Tom Brady again. The Bucs have been great. They look like they're going to get Chris Godwin back tonight. He has a broken hand or broken finger, one of the two, but looking likely that he'll play. And, what can you say about Brady against Breeze that hasn't been said before? It's a matchup that hasn't happened as often as it should have, by right. And it's a matchup that you have to look forward to every single time it happens. I think Drew Brees took the honour last time, And quietly, I think he's going to take the honour again this time. I think he's going to go 2-0 against Brady for the year, and I have the Saints by 10. Closing out the week, we have a battle of the detritus of the AFC East, I suppose. We have the Patriots travelling to face the Jets. Does anyone anywhere care? No. Good. Patriots by 6. Don't know what else to say about that. Except, that's the end of the video. It's not a good way to go out, but we'll deal with it. And until next time, I'll see you guys then. Bye for now.